Hey everyone, welcome to today we're diving into Good Energy by Dr. Casey Means.
Oh, good pick. I'm excited for this one. Lots of buzz around this book.
Right, like everyone and their, well, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people are talking about it. It seems like there's a big interest in this whole metabolism thing lately
Hmm.
and how it connects to just like feeling good.
Yeah, feeling your best, having energy, all of that. And it's not just hype either. Some serious heavy hitters in the health world are giving this book rave reviews.
Yeah, I saw Dr. Mark Hyman's name in there.
Him, Dr. Terry Walls, The Walls Protocol, Walls, and even Dr. Robert Lustig, who wrote Metabolical.
Wow, so we got to find out what's got them so fired up. What's the big idea?
Well, Dr. Means really dives into this concept of metabolic dysfunction, which she says is like the root cause of so many health problems today.
Okay, so not just about weight loss then?
No, this goes way beyond weight. We're talking chronic fatigue, brain fog, even some chronic diseases. She links it all back to how our metabolism is functioning. Interesting. So it's like our metabolism is like the engine, and when it's out of whack, it impacts everything.
Exactly. You can't just throw medicine at a broken engine, right? You have to figure out what's causing the problem in the first place.
Makes sense. So what does she say is causing all this metabolic dysfunction?
Well, one of the big things she talks about is our food system, specifically industrial agriculture.
Okay, so how we're growing our food is actually impacting our health.
That's her argument. She says that modern farming practices have really depleted the soil of essential nutrients, the stuff our bodies need.
And so the food we're eating is missing those nutrients.
Exactly. And it's like, if you're not getting the right fuel, your engine isn't going to run so well, right?
Right. So how do we fix this? Do we all need to become farmers?
Well, Dr. Means is a big advocate for something called regenerative agriculture.
I've heard that term, but what does it actually mean?
Basically, it's a way of farming that focuses on rebuilding soil health. Like, instead of depleting the soil, it actually puts nutrients back in.
Okay, so healthier soil, healthier food, healthier us.
Exactly. And this is something that Will Harris, who's a real leader in regenerative agriculture, talks about in the book too.
So it's not just Dr. Means saying this. There are other experts who agree.
Absolutely. And Harris really emphasizes how critical this is, not just for our individual health, but for the health of the planet too.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, I'm curious, does she get into specifics about how we can actually improve our metabolic health? Like, what can we do?
She does. One of the most interesting parts of the book for me was when she started talking about mitochondria.
Mitochondria. Aren't those like the powerhouses of the cells or something?
Yeah, exactly. There are these tiny little energy factories inside our cells that take the food we eat and turn it into energy we can use.
Right. I remember learning about them in biology class.
Well, Dr. Means argues that these mitochondria are key for metabolic health. If they're not functioning properly, we're not going to feel our best.
So what can we do to support our mitochondria?
She gets into a lot of detail about that. Things like eating specific foods, managing stress, getting enough sleep. She even talks about the importance of sunlight and grounding.
Interesting. And it sounds like this is something anyone can do. You don't have to be a doctor or scientist to understand it.
Exactly. And Kelly LeVeque, who's a really well-known nutritionist, makes this point in the book too. She says it's all about empowering individuals and families to understand this stuff so they can take control of their own health.
I love that. It's not about relying on doctors or anyone else. It's about taking ownership of your own well-being.
Absolutely. And one thing I really appreciated about this book was that it wasn't just, dry scientific information. Dr. Means actually shares a lot of her own personal journey with metabolic dysfunction.
Oh, wow. So she's been through it herself.
Yeah, she has. And I think that makes her message even more powerful, because she's speaking from experience.
Definitely. It makes it more relatable.
And even Dr. Robert Lustig, remember, he's the one who wrote Metabolical. He describes Dr. Means as this powerful voice. He even calls Good Energy part memoir, part manifesto.
Yeah.
Because she's not afraid to challenge, like, the whole way we view healthcare today.
So to kind of sum all this up, it sounds like Good Energy is saying that metabolic dysfunction might be the root cause of a lot of health issues, but there's hope. There are things we can do about it.
Absolutely. And those things start with changing how we view food and agriculture and making sure we're supporting those little mitochondrial powerhouses inside us.
Yeah, if even a fraction of what these experts are saying is true, then understanding our metabolic health could be the key to, like, unlocking more energy, preventing chronic disease, just feeling better overall.
Right. It's about optimizing our health so we can live our best lives. And Good Energy seems like a really great place to start.
I think so too. Thanks for diving into good energy with us today, everyone. It sounds like a must-read for anyone who wants to take control of their health and feel their absolute best.